everyone, and welcome back to Rival Talk for a combined week this week, weeks 7 and 8 of the 2022 NFL season. As I mentioned last week, I'll be out of town next week, so we're combining this week and next week into one this week. So we'll have just quick tidbits about our upcoming games, and then week 7 and week 8 picks. And as always, I'm joined by Marcus. So Marcus, how are you doing? You recovered yet from this past weekend?
Not really, but just got to keep pressing forward.
Yep. Just imagine being there for the 6 hours. When they
yeah,
stopped serving alcohol after the 7th inning.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So.
Fun times.
Yeah, great times, but.
The closest, I know we're trying to hurry here, but the closest series ever that was swept, basically. We literally lost by like 3 pitches or
totally.
One inning total. It's just
looking at it being swept, that we weren't like swept, I'd say. Like we made it.
Oh, not even close.
So. But it is what it is, and we'll be back next year, and we should be in the series next year. So.
Agreed. Anyways,
on to football stuff. So, quick update on the score. We're both kind of just slogging along right now the last couple weeks. Even though I got my upset last week, I've been getting upsets. I did not get locked this time. I got plus 1 point, and then the Seahawks, screwed me over and decided to go and win, so I lost that one. But, so I got plus 1, so I'm at 16. Marcus got plus 2, so he's at 12, so 16 and 12 after 6 weeks, I guess. I don't know, that's okay-ish, I guess, but
it could be a lot worse. And then I've gained on you the last 2 weeks. Only 1 point this week, but that's all I need to do is gain 1 point a week. I gotta get back in this thing.
So congratulations on your victory there. So
right, okay.
And then the wife also wants to say congratulations on your fantasy football win this week too over her.
We all know my team is crap and struggles to score 100 points, so there's no way. So congratulations to the wife on her easy victory this week.
Anyways, on to weeks 7 and 8 as we're combining the next couple weeks. Real quick thing I want to touch on that I think I've noticed, not just from last week, but the last couple weeks, are Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers officially done?
Yeah, it's looking like Brady should have stayed retired and Rodgers maybe should have retired.
I'm hearing that he actually is going to retire after this year now, it sounds like. I mean, I guess we talked about that the last couple
Brady,
Rodgers. Well, we know for sure Brady's retiring after this year.
Yeah. But, it's looking very much like they are shells of their former selves. It's kind of crazy, actually, how the wall came pretty quickly for both.
Yeah, and we say this now, and come February, they're probably going to be playing each other in the Super Bowl. Or not the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship. Yeah, so I'm a few years behind here. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. And then one more quick thing that just came out today. Christian McCaffrey may possibly be being shot by the Panthers, and your Niners sound like they could be a possible destination.
You would think, but it's going to be the Rams. We all know this, so let's just congratulate the Rams on getting CMC.
For fantasy purposes, I would love if Christian McCaffrey went to the Niners, but for real-life purposes, it would suck.
Yeah, well, until he gets hurt 1 week in, so what's the difference?
Yeah, don't say that. I just traded for him, so.
I know.
All right, well, I'll let you talk about your Niners real quick, so if you want to probably not talk too much about what happened this past week, but just give us a rundown on that.
Just a very quick, this past week was the entire team is injured as usual. It's getting really old. It's just, I don't know what the deal is.
3 straight years.
Yeah, we played like crap. Didn't seem to have the fire, and Atlanta, they took it and ran with it. There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, not a good game. Don't care to even rehash it all that much. And the next 2 weeks, next week is versus Kansas City Chiefs in San Francisco. So that'll be fun. I guess if I had to go 3 keys to that game, I don't know how you can't stop Patrick Mahomes. That's not going to happen. I don't even know if you can contain him. So really, my one key would be somehow keep pace with their offense. And that hasn't been happening very well for us this year. But we should get Trent Williams back. We should get Nick Bosa back. I know that's not offense, but we should be getting quite a few players back that didn't play last week. Still, control the clock somehow, keep pace with their offense, and get a few turnovers. Those would be my 3 keys to possibly beating the Chiefs. And then do you want me to go right into week 8 as well?
Sure, yeah, let's go right into it.
Sure. And then week 8, we got, let's see, how did I do it? I can't remember if it's at LA or versus.
It would be
LA.
at, yeah, it would be at. Cause they were,
Okay, yeah. So versus the at the Rams.
I mean, it's going to be a home game for you guys, so yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's usually how it is. And in that game, I just wanted my keys would be play the way we always do against the Rams, which is win, basically, except for the NFC Championship game, of course. Just need Jimmy Garoppolo to not turn the ball over. He hasn't been doing it lately. He did have 2 picks in the last game. One of them was a Hail Mary. Well, as Hail Mary as Jimmy can throw, right as the half ended, so that doesn't count. But yeah, in the Rams game, we got to run the ball as usual. That always is how we've beaten the Rams, basically. It's just running the ball and then throwing the ball off of that with all our play action and our motion offense, all that stuff. And when it comes to the defense, we've always gotten a lot of pressure on Matt Stafford, and that's another reason why we've beaten the Rams in the past. So
keep that pick 6 train rolling.
Yeah. We might need another Talanoa Hufanga pick 6 from which I saw sitting on your beanbag chair. So yeah, run the ball, Jimmy Garoppolo not turn the ball over, and pressure Matt Stafford. Keep the pressure on him would be my 3 keys to the Rams game.
All right. Well, for the Seahawks, I mean,
and really quick, I want to congratulate the Seahawks on their victory of the NFC West, because that's what it's looking like is going to happen.
I was just going to say, I mean, better watch out, because if this defense finally is figured out now, like it looks like last week, it could be on. It could definitely be on. So I think there's a case to be made that the Seahawks right now might be the best team in the division. I mean, it sounds crazy to say out loud, but I mean, wouldn't you agree with that?
Playing the best right now, absolutely. I don't think there's zero doubt about that.
I mean, yeah, like I said, they got that defense figured out. They finally had the run defense turned around. They didn't allow a single touchdown last week. I know the Cardinals have kind of been struggling, but they still have a pretty potent offense usually. So to hold them scoreless, to not allowing a touchdown, because the touchdown was on a botched punt, that was pretty impressive. And of course, I mean, it's coming back into the rookies. I mean, this rookie class has been sensational. This rookie class might top the 2012 rookie class, honestly. It's been incredible. And they've taken off like that. Like, I was expecting, some development to take place, growing pains. And sure, there have been some growing pains here and there. But honestly, like, they have just Tariq Woolen, Kenneth Walker, Charles Cross, Abe Lucas, Mafe, Kobe Bryant. They have taken off. Like, it's incredible to watch. Tariq Woolen, 4 straight games with interception. He now ties Richard Sherman for second most interceptions by a rookie. I also thought, I didn't realize what exact pick number he was, but Tariq Woolen, it was either, I might have this flip-flop, I'm pretty sure Tariq Woolen was pick number 153, converted wide receiver to cornerback.
I saw that.
Richard Sherman, pick number 154, converted wide receiver to cornerback. So, yeah, I mean, I think we talked about a little bit in preseason how Woolen, his comparison was Richard Sherman, and he's really showing it now, except, like I've been saying, he's got wheels. He's got 4.2, 4.3 speed, so it's a lot of fun to watch. He definitely, call me biased, but he's got to be Defensive Rookie of the Year frontrunner right now. I mean,
right now, I can't see, because Aiden Hutchinson hasn't done much. And
sure, Sauce is doing all right, but if you look at the numbers, everything across the board, Tariq is better.
I would say there's no doubt in that at this point in time.
And then Kobe Bryant, he's the first rookie in NFL history to have 4 forced fumbles in his first 6 games. He might be the new Peanut Tillman. They call it the Peanut Punch. It might become the Kobe Punch, because he sure knows how to get that ball out. And Tariq was one right there to pick it up. So I think that's like the second or third time with the forced fumble where Kobe's forced it and Tariq's picked it up. So this is becoming quite the duo all around. And then Kenneth Walker, he's, as I said last week, he's arrived, he's here. Watching him run it's almost like watching art. I mean, the way he's so patient behind the line, it's almost kind of like what
Le'Veon Bell.
That's what I was going to say. He looks a little bit like Le'Veon Bell used to, a little bit of that stutter once he gets the ball, and patience, wait for the gaps to open up and see where he can go. And he's incredible. He's incredible at stop and go, like making people miss, running through people. There's a stat actually on his 44 rush attempts, he's caused 22 missed tackles, and that's the highest rate in the NFL. And he's also getting involved in passing, and he's become a pretty good pass catcher too. So he's just all around all of it. So that, again, another draft pick hit on, which I remember a lot of people were questioning why we drafted him. Well, I think those people are probably embarrassed now to question it. Yeah. Real quick stats about cornerbacks. I just want to put this out there real quick. For the top 5 cornerbacks for lowest QBR allowed with a minimum of 20 targets as the primary defender. Number 5, you have Darius Slay at 36.8. Number 4, you have DJ Reed at 34.6. So Saul out there is really getting the most out of Reed. Mm-hmm. Number 3, you got James Bradbury at 25.3. Number 2, J.C. Horn at 22.2. And far and away, at number 1, Tariq Woolen at 13.2.
Wow.
So, yeah, that not only is he leading, rookies defensively as far as rookie cornerbacks go, but he's pretty much leading all cornerbacks in most of the stats. So it's really phenomenal. Like, he's really come on really fast.
Agreed. I know I told you after the draft, I loved your draft, and I hated how much I loved it. I said those words. I'm almost positive. So I'm not really surprised, although I was wishing I was wrong.
And I mean, hey, we're looking forward to next year's draft too. We're gonna possibly win a division and have a top 10 draft pick at this rate. So it's
Russell continues to screw me over. That's all. That's all there is to it.
Man, there's sure are some really promising days ahead right now for the Seahawks right now. It's looking really good. Which I mean. I was probably one of the only people out here who wasn't panicking, who was believing in what was going on, and
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I mean, I've been right on a lot of things this year, so.
Congratulations on your victories.
Oh, I say that now, and then now probably everything I pick from here on out is going to just go down. So.
Oh, that'd be too bad.
Yeah, that's all it would be. But yeah, so the upcoming 2 games the Seahawks have at the LA Chargers this week. I'm really struggling with picking this game. I still don't know what I'm going to do. But key number 1 is going to be to contain Austin Eckler. Eckler started the year off a little sluggish, but he's really come on as of late. So this is going to be a test for our run defense to see if it really has turned around. So if we can contain Eckler, but also contain him in the pass game too, because that's where he can attack you also. So like you were saying, you can't really stop him. Like you were saying, Patrick Mahomes, you want to hope to contain him, so just contain Eckler as much as we can. Number 2, establish the run. Keep getting Walker going. Keep feeding him. If we can really establish that run, it'll help Geno some more. Geno did have a little bit of a struggle this past week, but the key thing still is he didn't make any mistakes. Like, even though he struggled a little bit more than he had the last couple of weeks, he didn't make any mistakes. He still played smart football and made some big throws when he needed to. Then number 3, get and stay around those 3rd and manageable. So avoid like the 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, especially with the Chargers defense and that pass rush they have. Got to avoid those and keep it to like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. Keep it to the 3rd and shorts instead of the 3rd and longs.
Yep.
And then next week, got the Giants coming to town. So that one, another, only hope to contain him because Saquon Barkley really has, come back this year. So it can only try and contain Barkley. The Giants have, I think if they're not the top ranked, they're one of the top ranked rushing offenses right now. So contain him. Then the number 2 key would be to pressure Daniel Jones. He's one of those QBs where if you can, he's not going to really move. He has some sneaky athleticism, but he's not really one who's really going to move around too much.
Yes.
So if you can keep him in that pocket and get that pressure to him.
Dog's barking. Sorry, I'm moving.
That's okay. Get that pressure to him, and make him force him into some mistakes. And then number 3 for this game, I feel like attacking the defense with Geno will be key in this one because if I'm correct, I think they have a pretty good run defense, but the pass defense lags a little bit.
Is iffy, correct.
So for this one would be one where I'd say let's keep unleashing Geno here. So so those are my keys for both those games, and so before we get to our picks, Pooch picks the next couple weeks, first off, Henry's going back to his old ways.
Yeah, what's new? I mean, he came out of the depths for a slight smidge, and now he's right back down there. So,
if I'm correct, didn't he start 0-2, then go 2-2? Now, so I think he's lost 2, 1-2, lost 2. So now he's going to win the next 2.
That's
right?
true. So now the next 2 are probably going to be wins.
Although I wouldn't be so sure about his Pixies next year.
Yeah, I think he's 0-4 in the face.
But so Drake and Diogi are now tied at 4-2. And Drake has Kansas City this week and Buffalo next week. And then Diogi has Kansas City this week and then Green Bay next week in their game. I think it was against the Bills. Yeah, the Bills.
Yes.
And then Henry has KC, so he's not going to game this week if KC wins. It's a straight sweep for KC this week.
That's good.
Well, hey, if Henry's picking KC, that might be good for you. So
maybe that is actually that's my one saving grace here, perhaps.
And then Henry also is taking Green Bay. So unfortunately for Henry, if he gets both those right, he's not going to gain any ground on Diogi. So he would on Drake.
Point, he just needs to get some picks right at this point, get the momentum back.
Yeah. So we'll see in a couple weeks where Henry is sitting at.
He's definitely looking at getting benched. No, I'm not going to bench him mid-season. I meant just for next year because I did say before the season I was going to let it ride, and I'm going to do that. But he's looking at never getting his job back after this year.
Well, if we're talking about next year, according to sources, there could be Drake and Diogi could be retiring, and there could be a new Pooch next year.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that is a nice little teaser, right?
There could be a rookie on Pooch picks next year. So,
and he would still demolish Henry if he was playing.
Yep. So we'll stay tuned for that.
We will.
All right, now on to our picks. So we'll start with week 7, of course. So Locke, what do you got for? Actually, no, I'm going to go first. You always go first on these, so I'm going to go first here. So my lock this week is Green Bay over Washington. I know Green Bay's been struggling, but I feel like that struggle in Aaron Rodgers' press conference this past week is going to kind of light a fire under them, and they will simplify things and get things going. So I think Green Bay is going to bounce back, and I'm going to have them as my lock over Washington by 7.
Okay. +7. All right, and for my lock, I have the Bucks over the Carolina Panthers, and I'll go by 5.
All right.
Just, I'm not saying the Bucks are just like yours. I'm not saying the Bucks are playing well or anything, but Carolina's pretty bad, and I expect them to maybe give them a get-right game here.
Yep, for sure. All right, my upset this week, I'm going a little spicy here. Or maybe the airplane will come in, right? That one? The new one?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Anyways, Jacksonville over the Giants. I don't know. The Giants are really good, but I look at this, man, are the Giants really going to go 6-1? Because that would be incredible if they did that. And I feel like Jacksonville, they've kind of come back to earth a little bit, but that talent is still there, and they're in Jacksonville. So I do think this could be a trap game for the Giants, and I think the Jags will take this one by 3.
All right, and my upset, I have the opposite of your lock. Not saying I think Washington's going to win, but these were.
I don't think the Dogs agree.
My goodness, they hate that pick. Terrible. So I couldn't find an upset that I really thought was just going to outright win. So I'm going Washington over Green Bay by 1.
All right. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird week for upsets.
Yeah, I'm going for the Taylor Heineke special here, and hopefully he lights a little fire under them.
Honestly, like I told you over text, this year is so wide open this year. Outside of Buffalo, God. Kansas City, and Philadelphia, it is so wide open that it's impossible.
Any team can win on any.
Yeah, it's impossible to pick locks or upsets this year.
Yeah, it's hard to pick.
All right, I'll give you your random game because I can't decide on this one, so I figure, you know what, you need to have this one too. Seattle at the Chargers.
Oh, I was not actually expecting that. Oh man,
it is a tough one.
It is
because the Chargers have been kind of underwhelming, and the Seahawks really haven't
totally
turned around.
And the Chargers just beat Dangerous, and that's a huge win there. I don't know how you possibly beat that guy.
They're coming off a short week, and Herbert's still reeling a little bit.
I'm going Seattle. I'm going Seattle by 1.
All right.
And then for your random game, I got the Jets and the Broncos.
Man, I was thinking about giving you this one too.
Yeah, and if Russell doesn't play, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
I mean, who's
really
their backup?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. Now imagine if the backup plays after us doing that, and he comes in and performs better than Russ.
I'm throwing a little wrench in there because.
Now here's the other thing too.
I don't know if it's a good thing.
Here's the other thing too. Like I was saying, are the Giants really going to go 6-1? Like, are the Jets really going to go 5-2? Like,
that's another thing I was looking at as well. Are the Broncos really going to go 2-5 or whatever it is? So,
I would love that.
I know. Well, I know you would.
I just. Man, it's a defense for me for Denver. I feel like the defense can do enough to hold down the Jets because I don't think I fully believe in the Jets offense yet. So I'm gonna,
especially the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the defense game here. This is gonna be a very low scoring game, I believe. I'm gonna play the defense and take Denver by 1.
All right, I was actually hoping you picked the Jets, but all right.
All right, and then home team games. What do you got for the Niners this week?
I'm just gonna leave it very short and simple. Chiefs by 20.
Oh, jeez. I remember when I told you the Niners by 20 a few weeks ago, and you were laughing at me.
It's true, I was, but I have zero confidence in this game, not one iota.
Usually when that happens, it ends up being that you win. So
I can't. Not this time. I truly don't see it. I don't know what we're gonna do to even make this a game in the end. But maybe they'll surprise me and make it close. But yeah,
spoken like a true fan.
I know.
Yeah, if they make it, right? All right.
Yeah, if they make it.
All right. Well, for the Seahawks Chargers, I mean, this has been really tough for me to decide. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna roll with believing that they have it turned around, especially on defense, and the fact that the Chargers are coming off a short week and they're battling some injuries like Herbert. I know Herbert's ribs still have to be bugging him. I feel like I don't know if Keenan Allen's going to be back. Even if he is, we have the defense backs and pass defense to shut them down. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Seahawks as well. I'm gonna say Seahawks by 3. Plus, yeah, they don't have their kicker now. They have to look for a new kicker, so that's gonna come into play too. So.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Seahawks by 3. All right, Week 8. So you can go first on these ones. Week 8.
Yeah, the lock was it was kind of the only one I saw, and I'm going to go Philly over Pittsburgh by 7.
And I hate this. I hate picking the same locks as you since your locks usually suck. But yeah, Philly over Pitt by 10. That's to me that's an easy lock, and now they're going to lose.
It has to be. It just has to be, right?
I also thought the Buccaneers over Pittsburgh last week was an easy lock, but you know.
Yeah, that was. I actually watched most of that game. It was on the next TV of the 49ers game, and I watched a lot of it. And it was surprising how bad Tampa played and how not bad Pittsburgh played, I guess. But whatever, it happens.
It is what it is.
Yep.
All right, what was your upset for Week 8?
Upset, the Taylor Heineke special again. Washington over Indianapolis by 3.
Sorry, Tom.
Yep. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Tom.
8
weeks in a row. 7 weeks in a row. Let's go.
Something like that, yep. All right. Yeah, suddenly we got a Commanders fan out here, so.
No, not really.
All right, week 8. I couldn't really find any upsets either, and, sorry, real quick. I do have to mention this since we agreed to this. For Week 8, every game is just going to be +1 or +0 because, can't really judge a lock and upset and all that based off, what we have right now when there's still another week to be played.
Be an injury next week that we have no idea about. Yeah.
So for Week 8, we're just going to keep it neutral, +1 or +0 for the 4 games. So,
got it.
But yeah, in this one, I mean, right now, I feel like I know the Dolphins are kind of struggling a little bit, but they're coming off a bye, and again, Tua back, so I feel like this would be an upset. I'm going to take Detroit over Miami by 2 in Week 8.
Got it.
All right, your random game for Week 8. A couple teams that maybe are underperforming, and we really don't know who they are or what they're going to be. Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Ooh, man. Baltimore is crazy this year because they're kind of like the Mariners in their playoff series where they've basically been leading almost the entire game of every game and then lost at the end, except for maybe last week. I don't remember exactly what happened last weekend, honestly, with them, but I'm definitely going to go Baltimore in that game just because I think they got to turn it around at some point, and I'm not liking Tampa Bay really at all right now for the most part. So I will go Baltimore over Tampa by 1.
All right. And what is my random week 8?
And yours is going to be another Jets special. I got Patriots and Jets, and I did not. Oh, it must be at Jets because I got Jets on the right side. So Patriots at New York.
So this
It'd
is
be easy, right? The Patriots always beat the Jets.
Yeah, this is me assuming the Jets do lose to Denver and aren't 5-2. It'd be 4-3 instead, because then if they win this week, they're 5-2, and are they really going to go 6-2? Jeez. Ugh.
Yeah. I gave you
Man.
2 easy ones. Just layups.
I mean, the Patriots have owned the Jets even without Tom Brady there, haven't they?
Yes, they have. I think that I swear they still have that winning streak going, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But it's close at least.
And Billy Zappy, however you say, he's been doing pretty
Yeah,
well.
I think by then, what's his name? Big Mac Jones should be back. He might even play this week.
You know, and I'm just gonna have to roll with the defense again in this. I'm gonna take the Patriots. So
All right.
I'll say Patriots by 2.
Man, Jets are going 0 for the next 2.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be wrong.
Yeah, no, those are layups. You couldn't possibly lose them.
All right, home team for week 8.
Well, again, I'll go short and sweet with this one. 49ers by 1 over the Rams.
All right, continue the regular season dominance.
Might as well. And then if we somehow make the playoffs by a miracle, actually, you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway. I don't think there's going to be 2 teams from the NFC West. So,
Well, actually, there could be, because the NFC is so wide open too. Like the nine or 8,
true.
9 or 8 wins should get you the 7th seed, even the 6th seed
very
possibly.
true.
So yeah. All right, for me, honestly, I feel like this is totally going to flip flop, because it could be flip flopped. I don't see the Seahawks going 2-0 over the next 2 weeks. They are going to lose one, I believe. So obviously, I haven't beaten the Chargers, but I do think they stumble the following week at home against the Giants, just because, again, this is where doing the multi-week thing kind of sucks and is hard. But
yeah.
If I have to see that their run defense really has turned around for more than one game, because obviously Giants have a really good run offense and Barkley back there, that just seems like a mismatch to me with our defense and him. So I'm going to have to take the Giants right now over the Seahawks by 3 next week. Like I said, I'm sure it's going to totally flip-flop, and they'll win this week or they'll lose this week and win next week. But like I said, I'm pretty confident in going 1-1 either way over the next 2 weeks.
The Giants are definitely going to be upset after losing to Jacksonville this week, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. So
that's going to be a get-right game against the Seahawks.
Yeah, totally. We're going to come back in 2 weeks, and you're going to be ahead.
All these right.
You're going to be ahead of me in 2 weeks when we come back, and that'll just be that. So congratulations on your victory for the 3rd straight year in a row.
All right. We'll see about that.
All right. Well, we've done pretty good time here for you to, get your life together out there.
Yeah, this is behind the scenes, but I have to cook dinner for the wife. So we talked about this off the air.
Get married, so they said.
We're trying to keep this episode at a reasonable time for 2 weeks, which we might have done.
Yeah, possibly. So, real quick though, do you have to give a shout out for our boy Penix? He really thrusted it all over the field and just exploded. He exploded all over the field this past weekend.
Wow. What did he do?
516 yards.
See, I did not even notice that because I don't know what I was doing on. Oh, it was Saturday. Duh. Was I watching the Mariners game?
Oh yeah,
so yeah. Duh. So and after that, I really didn't pay attention to much college football. Although I did flip it over to the Husker game, and while your guy set a record, so did ours. Our wide receiver Trey Palmer set a record like 237 receiving yards in the game, and he also had a 60-yard run. So he had damn near 300 yards total offense in that game. We still lost, but we are playing infinitely better with Mickey Joseph as our head coach than we were with Frost. So,
all right. So good things ahead then for Nebraska.
I would say so. I mean, it depends on what we do at the head coach. He's still interim, and they're still looking to interview permanent head coaches. Although he is in the running, I don't know if he'll get it. I hope he does because I really like the guy.
All right. Well, yeah, we've pretty much hit the time right on the head here. So.
Wow, I can't believe it. I don't know that we've ever done that before.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Dangerous.
Now you know it's
You know,
really
at times
dangerous.
like this, at times
rapper.
like this, I just like to pretend that I'm Mr. Unlimited because he.
You
knows
gotta
everything about
be unlimited. Unlimited. God.
I want to tell everybody quick. I saw that video for the first time ever. I heard the audio for the first time ever today, and it was one of the most cringe things I've ever heard, and that's saying something coming from Russell Wilson.
Oh
He
man,
says a lot of cringe things.
That's when it started. That's when it started. But no, the worst is the subway one that just came out this week. Oh God.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, you're right. Duh.
Which, if you guys out there haven't watched it, go watch it. Otherwise, you're gonna think I'm an idiot with my little outro tag I'm gonna do today. So go out there. I mean, I am an idiot either way, but just go ahead and watch it so you know what I'm talking about with my outro tag today. So
he's out of control.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Well, all will be revealed. All will be revealed eventually.
Yeah, I can't wait to read that book.
I can't wait to not read that book.
All
right. Well. Take care over the next couple weeks. We'll be.
Yeah, you have a good one in Zona, right?
Yep, Arizona. So
there you go.
All right. Well,
play good baseball.
What was that?
Play good baseball.
I'll try to. I'll try to not be the Mariners for 18 innings and get a hit there.
Sad.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got for this week. So we'll see you all again in 2 weeks. Sorry to Tom and our one or two other fans out there, but. You can make it by one week without rival talk. So
yeah, what if I don't know if Indianapolis has a bye next week, but if they do, then what's he gonna do?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do with his life out there. But yeah, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, follow me on Twitter, and Warriors Den. Here comes the airplane.
Oh.